episode 3. Trev's Hockey Show. Here on Trev's Hockey Show. See what I did there? Told you I was going to do one today. I'm the Trev. You know that. If you're tuning in, if you're watching, it's too sweet. Anyway, I've been wanting to do this one for a bit. And I mean, it's not going to be the longest video, but it's not going to be a short one either. I wanted to go over my hockey knickknacks, my hockey collectibles, all that kind of stuff, in more of an effort of you guys getting to know me getting to know you, all that fun stuff. Figure I'd just show off some of my goodies that aren't hockey card related. I better point that out. This is not me showing off hockey cards or anything like that. This is just me showing off hockey knickknacks. So, having said all that, let's get started. I'll start off with the most obvious one, and you've already seen it if you're already this far into the video. Calgary Flames Stanley Cup ring. This is one of those ones that came out of the beer boxes, and for a guy who doesn't drink beer, I do drink, I just don't drink beer. Come on, focus. It's a little hard to come into these things, you know, without having to go the route of eBay. But, oh, come on. Come on. Anyway, you get the idea. You get where I'm going. There we go. You get where I'm going with this. I'd love to come into more, but until I do, this is the only one I really got. You've probably seen that. It's Edmonton Oil Kings mini stick from the 2015-2016 home opener, in which the Oil Kings lost. Good things do happen. Yeah, no, that's a neat little knick-knack and a neat little story behind it. It's one of the newer acquisitions in my little knick-knacks. Winter Classic mini stick, along with this Winter Classic mini stick. Not bad for a couple of dollar store finds. And I know you guys have seen this one. It's in every hockey video I do, essentially. Wayne Gretzky hockey placard. This one's neat. Pez dispenser, Stanley Cup on it. Now, why is it not in its original package? Well, because Trev has a sweet tooth and wanted the candy. So, you know, sweet tooth one. Trev doesn't have much in the way of literature anymore. Trev used to have a lot of hockey literature, but this is Best of the Original Six by Brian McFarlane, who has written a lot of good hockey-related books. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. Another mini stick, Colorado. Yeah, you can tell this is Melissa's. It's Peter Forsberg. On the reverse, from the 95-96 season. So, I think that was his second year in the season in the league, but still pretty neat. Derek England. I won this in a hockey pool hosted by a friend on Facebook a couple of years ago. Varley. That was a birthday present to myself. And Marty Turco. Yeah, that's a hockey card, but it looks better in a 5x7. It really does. I don't know if anybody remembers those mini trophies McDonald's had back in 2004. There's the Conn Smythe. Vezina. The Hart. The Norris. And the Art Ross. Yeah, I'm missing the Stanley Cup. And I'm missing the stand. But that's okay. I'm sure I'll come into those eventually. But that's not to say there is no Stanley Cup in here. It just happens to have Chicago on it. Along with Melissa's Chicago coffee cup, which has never been used. Which also goes along with her Bleacher Creature of Captain Sirius, John and Taves. Still in the package, despite Haley's best efforts to take it out. Yeah, that's Melissa's. And that's Melissa's too. I think it's only been used once by me. I don't know if you remember these. These used to come in the Safeway little thingies. You just pump in $1 and then you get one of these mini statues. That's what that is. Very, very mini. Like, there's my finger for comparison. Even got the Avalanche bottle cap. And an Avalanche mini hat. And we got a Hurricanes Build 'em. Basically, his body comes in his head and then you just put it together. I have a Capitals one, but I just can't find one piece of his head. If I do find it before this video's out, I'll make sure to include it. Y'all never say no to showing that off either. Did I mention Melissa's a huge Duchesne fan? And a Colorado fan to boot. That's hers too. With the vending machine finds. I wrote that on there, obviously. Varley, you know, when he was still with the Capitals. But there's that too. If you're a regular viewer from the other channel, the Trev TV channel, you've probably seen all these jerseys. My favorite. Of course, this isn't counting the Boston one I'm wearing now, or the Chicago one that's the drop beat, or the backdrop right now. Varley. Oh, I'm going to miss seeing him in Colorado. Gordy. The very old one. I'm surprised it's still intact. Thornton. And of course Melissa has some jerseys too. Because why not, right? Taves. That's her boy. The Stadium Series. Of course. Duchesne. Patrick Waugh. Oyos. Varley. McKinnon. And Duchesne. Hockey Night in Canada DVD trivia game. Obviously it's a bit older of a game, but it's still there. Advent calendar. Never opened. Don't plan on opening it. I did try hanging it up once, but that didn't go so well. This comes from when Hockey Night in Canada used to do like a tour around hockey markets or non-hockey markets and get you to participate in a skill/shootout competition back in the 90s. For all you who don't remember what VHS is, ask your parents. This, I think, speaks for itself. Got this from a guy at work who was going to toss it in the trash. I told him I can find a better home for it. And I did. This is from the 50th All-Star Game from Canada Post. Yes, it has been opened before. basically, it's a stamp set. This celebrates the 125th anniversary of the Stanley Cup. It's only ever had 2 sets of fingerprints on it. The lady who gave it to me, and mine. And finally, last but not least, tickets to games I've been to. Now, this is not a reflection of how many games I've been to. This is only tickets that I've collected since 2011. I've been to more games before that. All those tickets, though, are, let's say they got lost in transit. We'll go with that. But, moving forward, that was a season opener against the Penguins. Of course, being a season opener, these were not cheap. Got some WHL. Kootenay Ice. Red Deer Rebels. Of course, these are all in row. Calgary Hitmen. Meaning they weren't in the luxury box. Those ones I'm sure are coming. Saskatoon. I don't know how many times I've seen Saskatoon. Moose Jaw. Vancouver. Prince Albert Raiders. Now some actual big league tickets. Vancouver Canucks. These were not cheap, even back in 2013. Saskatoon. This was an exhibition game, and my first game in a luxury box was the University of Alberta Golden Bears. This one was also in a luxury box, and that was a home opener as well. This was Haley's first game. No, it wasn't, sorry. This was not Haley's first game, but this was in a luxury box. I think Haley's ticket is put away in her keepsake box, but I'll put a link below for the video describing Haley's first game. If you want to see it, it's worth watching. And the last game I've been to date, was the Washington Capitals. The inner Caps fan in me was jumping for joy to be able to go to that game. The results could have been more desirable, but meh, what do you do, right? So, that was a brief rundown of basically mine and Melissa's hockey collectibles. As I said, I'll put the description for Haley's first experience at a hockey game in the description down below. But, as I said, that was a video I've wanted to make for a while, so that was episode 3, Trev's Hockey Show. I want to thank you for tuning in. Your viewership always means so much to me, always has, always will. Don't ever forget it. And if nobody's ever said this to you today, let me be the first. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up. And if you want to, that red button there that I keep telling you about every time I come to this point in the video, hit that. You'll stay up to date with all the content that I put out. If you want to, you can find Trev's Trade page on Facebook at Trev's Trade page. You can find Trev TV on Facebook at Trev's TV. And I'm not done. You can find Trev TV on Instagram at Rockstar Trev TV. So moving forward, as I said, until the season starts, I'm basically pulling at straws, trying to come up with ideas to make videos for you guys. So I can't say when my next video will be. Hopefully it'll be within the week. As far as hockey show goes, as for main channel, again, pulling at straws. until I can start making some wrestling videos. Then the wrestling channel will go up, and I'll keep you guys up to date on that. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be on the lookout for more videos from the Trev. Later.